Hello everyone and welcome to Mobility Academy. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and in today's video I want to show you a beautiful exercise to stretch your hip extensors, so your hamstrings and your glutes. And this exercise here is called the false split. But why is it false? And we're gonna understand that. But before I start, let me show you my brand new book, Split Second, which is the complete playbook to learn the splits and drastically improve your flexibility level. So as I always say, the splits are flexibility. If you master the splits, you're gonna master your lower body flexibility. And you can check this book out following the link in the description down below. With that said, let's start. Alright guys, so this exercise right here is really simple, alright, but it's really effective. And it's called the false split. But why is it called like that? So, all you need to do this exercise right here, as always, there's a couple of yoga blocks. So you want to start in a position which is similar to a lunge and similar to a split. That's why it's called the false split. So one leg back and one leg in front of you. So I'm gonna use my front leg. My left leg is in front, my back leg is my right leg. Now I'm gonna put my hips on the yoga blocks. All right, so I want to make a lunge where I'm gonna rest on the yoga blocks with my front hip, not with my back hip, with my front hip. So I wanna rest on the yoga blocks with my front hip. So I wanna really sit down here. Then from this position, I wanna straighten my front leg a bit, and then I wanna grab my front knee with my arm. Can you see that? I'm grabbing my front knee with my arm like this, and then I want to slide forward with my foot. As you can see, if you have a slider here, it's going to be a little easier. All right, now I got this. Now I want to straighten my leg until I can feel the stretch here in the back part of my leg. Can you see that? I'm here and I'm extending my front leg little by little. Now, the most important thing is that as you are in the position, can you see how here, I'm not just going down with my body. I'm keeping my body as straight as possible. I'm pushing my head in front of me, forward, like this, all right? So I straighten my back, I straighten my lower back, I anterior pelvic tilt my hips, and I push my head in front of me. But most importantly, I keep the contact here between my front knee and my chest. My leg is not extended. I'm not in a front split. I'm in a false split because the front leg is bent and the stretch works differently. Because here, my main aim is to stretch the posterior part of my leg here. So this is what I want to do during this stretch. All right, so really start wherever you want. Now, I have these yoga blocks right here, but for example, you can start also here. That's perfectly fine. Just put your foot down, sit down on the blocks, really make sure you're stable there, all right? And go there, go there. The same, can you see that? I'm just using a different height under my hips. It really depends. I can do this or I can do this. It's the same in terms of exercise, of course, not in terms of intensity. So you want to start high with the yoga blocks under your hips. All right. So if you're a beginner or something like that, you want to start high. Then the main progression goes like this. You want to start here, for example, all right? You want to start here. You want to put the yoga block under the hip. You want to put the foot in front of you and you start here. So let's assume you want to start here. So the leg is bent, all right. I'm straightening my back, all right. I just stay here. I'm keeping the chest in contact with the knee and then I just stay here, okay? I can stay here 6 to 10 breaths. Then, as soon as I want to apply a PNF contraction, which means that I want to push this heel against the floor for 10 to 15 seconds, all right, and I hold the contraction. This will allow me to relax further into the stretch and relax the muscles here in the back part of my leg. So I stay here, I push, hold the contraction, 10 to 15 seconds, then I relax, Inhale. On the exhale, I want to straighten the leg more. Now, as soon as I can straighten the leg completely, as you can see here, keeping my chest in contact with my knee, can you see that? I'm straightening and I'm keeping the contact. Well, perfectly fine. I can lower down the blocks. And I want to do exactly the same thing. I want to restart the progression so I can stay here 6 to 10 breaths again. So here, I breathe regularly, then I want to apply another PNF contraction, for example. So always heel against the floor, 10 to 15 seconds, I hold. Then as I stop, I inhale. I can remove the chest from the front knee. Exhale, get deeper into the stretch. I want to get deeper, how? By straightening my front leg a little more, all right? And just go there. Now, just two main things you have to think about during this stretch right here. The first is that as you are there, you want to keep your back leg well pressed down. So, just to let you see the exercise from another angle. So here, it's really important that, all right, so the yoga blocks are under my front hip. That's why I want to push this hip down towards the floor at all times. So even though I'm focusing on my front leg, I want to make sure that my hips are really pushed down. So really relax and push down your hips. Find a height of the yoga blocks where you can do that. And the second thing is that your legs must be on the same line, all right? So your front leg has to be on the same line of your back leg as you are there. Now, let's understand the why, just for a minute, why this exercise here is so useful. The reason why here we're going to stretch our hamstrings and our glutes in such a very good way is because we are separating our legs. So the hip flexors of the back leg, can you see how, I mean a full split, but it's still a split, all right? So as soon as I separate my legs, I put my legs in a split. Can you see how this leg, the reason why this exercise is so strong is not for the front leg, it's for the back leg. Even if you don't feel it. So, can you see how this leg is going into extension? Can you see how this leg is behind me straight? Can you see this position here? This position here is pulling my lower back and my hips in an anterior pelvic tilt position. Now guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know that during your hamstrings and glutes stretches, so for example the pike and many other stretches like this, so maybe you want to stretch your front leg, how can you do that? I always say don't curve, don't do that, don't close your hips, don't curve your lower back, don't curve your back to go down. Straighten your back, straighten your lower back and anterior pelvic tilt. Now here, thanks to the back leg, which is pulling my hips and my body in that position, I don't have to think about it because I'm already there. Because my muscles, the muscles of my back leg are pulling my hips in this position. And as soon as I go into the stretch, I want to stretch my front leg. But the muscles on the back leg are moving my hips in the correct position without even thinking about that. Because that's how the body works. So the muscles of my back leg are placing my hips and my lower back in the exact position I want to maintain if I want to stretch my hamstrings and my glutes in the best way possible. That's the strength and the benefit of this exercise right here, which is excellent and which I really suggest you do if you want to master your lower body flexibility, all right? But now, I want to hear your opinions about this exercise right here. If you give this exercise a go, if you have any questions or doubts regarding this exercise right here, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like to this video right here and help me grow this YouTube channel. It means a lot to me, guys, you know that. You know that, all right? So with that said, that's all from Flexibility Guy, Coach Elia. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video.